Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about I totally forgot what we are going to talk about today. Let's try this again. All right. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about fix and flip formula, specifically the formulas that I use to analyze deals and then also to make offers. You see, I created this channel for my service members in the Army, the Navy, the Marines, the Air Force, the Space Force, and the Coast Guard. 5 years ago, I decided I wanted to have a business of my own, to be my own boss that will give me the freedom to set my own schedule, decide how much I want to make, and spend more time with my family. That's how I found real estate investing, and I've been building three businesses all while serving active duty in the United States Army. For those who don't know me and who I am, my name is Chris Solaita. I'm a servant of my Lord and Savior Jesus, a husband, a father of two, and I currently serve active duty here at Fort Liberty, North Carolina. I want to first thank you for smashing that like button and commenting on my videos. It really, really does mean a lot to me. This is how I'm able to conversate with you, see what you like and what you don't like, see what questions you have, and see if I can answer them. And then if I don't have the answer, I will research it and reach out to my network and provide you with a better answer and the source of that answer. This way, you can go straight to the source that's more reliable than me. You see, all my content is strictly from my own experience, what has worked for me, and the knowledge that I have gained over the years. One thing you will not see me do is speak on something in real estate investing that I haven't done at all. I will only give you what I have experienced specifically in fix and flipping houses. And as a disclaimer, this is strictly for educational purposes. The content I provide is informational and learning purposes and shouldn't be considered as a professional advice. So I encourage you to do your own research or consult with other relevant experts for your specific concerns. But with that all being said, let's get to why you're watching this, which is the fix and flip formulas specifically for that I use for analyzing and then also making offers. So what we're going to do right now is I am going to switch my screen over. Be patient with me while I do this to share my screen. And then I'm also going to pull this up. Okay, so here are the formulas that I use. Sorry, be patient. All right. So what I have up here, what you see is my mind node, and we're going to go using this instead of my usual whiteboard. All right. So we're going to call this Chris's Chris's fix and flip formula. You know what? Let's just call it flipping formula. How's that? Let's flip it. All right. Okay. So there are three things that I look for. And the first thing I look for is find, wow, I can't even type. Find the ARV, right? The after repair value. Then the second thing I look for is, the second number I look for is my rehab. Wow, rehab. There you go. Jeez. All right. And then the third thing that I look for is find out what percent the lenders are giving you for your flips. Here, let me explain this. So the lenders that I use, I've been using quite a few lenders before when I first got started. Then as I continue to build that relationship with my lenders, I found one or two lenders that I specifically go to. I have one more hard money lender, and then I have a few other private money lenders. So what I've done as far as number wise, I always look for what the lenders are going to provide for me, and what the percent is. Say what the percent is that they're giving me. Let's say 75%, right? So what I do is take that 75% and I put it into my numbers, and I'll show you here in a little bit. Okay, so with these three numbers that I find, the ARV, the rehab, and the percent the lenders will give to you, meaning that it's either going to be the loan to value percent or the loan to cost. I always use the loan to value. The loan to value and loan to cost, the difference between those, I'll do another video on it. Okay. But the lender that I found so far that will give me 100% of the purchase price and then also 100% of the rehab costs is going to give me 75% of the loan to value. So what that means is that if I find a property that I can purchase for $50,000, that means that this lender is going to give it to me for that's going to give me a loan for $50,000, 100% of the purchase price, which is 50. And then let's just say I need $50,000 to rehab. The lender is also going to give me $50,000 to rehab. So there goes 100% on the purchase and then 100% on the rehab costs. So that's why I like this lender. But in total, right, the lender is only going to give me 75% of the loan to value. The loan to value is that 75% is a loan to value to the ARV. Okay. So let's just say that the ARV for this house that I'm getting after I repair it, it's going to be $200,000. Okay. So then you take the $200,000, you times that by 75%. And that right there is the max that the lender is going to give you. Okay. So I hope that was very understandable, that you guys comprehend that a little bit more. But here is what the formulas look like. Okay. So you're asking, well, what does the formula look like? All right. So when I purchase the property, this is what the formula looks like. It's going to be the ARV times that by the percent of the lender. Okay. Then I subtract that amount from the rehab, how much it will cost me to renovate it, which then is going to give me what is called the maximum allowable offer. Okay. Or for short, it's called the MAO. All right. So let me extend this out a little bit. So, okay. So that's the formula I use when I purchase. And I'll give an example too. But let's just go over the formulas. All right. So then when I sell, this is the formula that I use when I sell. I use what I call the 93% rule. Okay. I take the ARV, I times that by the 93% rule minus the rehab. And then I also minus the max allowable offer, or what I got the contract for, which then will equal to my profit. Okay. Then the last formula I'll use is I use it just to make sure that I'm within my profit margins. Okay, which is ARV times that by the percent of my profit margin. This way I know that the deal that I have will hit my profit margin and stay within my profit margin. So my previous videos, I was talking about the profit margins that you want to know when you're flipping each house. For me, my profit margin is 15% to 25%. That's the profit margin that I am very comfortable with as far as making money. Okay. So with that being said, what I'm going to do is let me give you a good example of how this works. So let's just say the ARV, let's do the purchase first, all right? Because we're going to purchase a house. Let's just say the house is the ARV for this house is 200,000. Okay. Sorry, just trying to make sure that this, okay, it's 200,000. That's the ARV. All right. So you take that ARV and you times that by, let's just say, for my lender is 75% of the loan to value that they're going to give me. All right. I'm going to multiply that by 75%. That's going to give me, let me pull up the calculator. I'm going to go through all this so that you guys understand. Times that by 75%. What does that give me? That gives me $150,000, right? That gives me $150,000 of what the lender can lend to me. Okay. Now let's go back to the previous example that I gave you guys. Let's say I purchased the house for $50,000, and then my rehab is also $50,000. Okay. So from that is total of $100,000. So now if I'm looking at the 75% rule, the lender is allowing me to have $150,000 that they will lend to me because the ARV of the property is 200,000. Okay, so now we know that the max allowable offer for me is $150,000. Okay, that's my MAO right there. So when I'm making my offer, I am making my offer that I cannot exceed $150,000. So my offer is always going to be lower than $150,000. Okay. So, and I always start bidding lower than my max allowable offer. So that way, give an example. Let's just say the property owner wants, their house, wants you to purchase their house, wants me to purchase their house for $75,000, right? Or $100,000. And then I'm going to go to them and I'm going to say, well, how about I give you a $50,000 cash offer? I can close within 14 days or even less, and you don't have to worry about any of the repairs or anything like that. Just leave everything to me and I can take care of everything. This way, it allows me to negotiate. Now, they may say, you know what, forget it, whatever. Or they can always come back and say, well, what about 75, right? So that's a little bit of a negotiation tactic that you can use. I learned that from my wife. But anyways, so that's the purchase. I would not purchase this property over $150,000. Oh wait, that is totally wrong. Wow. Okay, that is not the MAO. Scratch that. Right? I was speaking really fast on that one. So let's go back. So $150,000 is what they will allow me to do. But remember now, the rehab was $50,000. So I got to minus $50,000 from there. Now, this is my max allowable offer, right? That is my MAO. Wow. All right. So I'm not sure why it's not showing up. There it is. Now it's showing up. So that's my MAO. That's my max allowable offer. So I cannot go anything over $100,000 when I'm making an offer to the owner of the property. Okay. So now we're done with that. And that is the purchase. So let me clear that. Now we're going to look at the selling. Now, after I purchase the house, I get the loan from my lender. I close on everything, and then I move forward with the rehab. So now I'm going to rehab. Right. As soon as I'm done rehabbing, now we're going to put it on the market. Right. But even before rehabbing, and while I'm analyzing, I am looking at, okay, if I sell this, what am I going to get out of it? What's my profit out of it? So I know that the ARV was $200,000, right? So according to this, we're going to do the 93% rule. The 93% rule, 0.93. What that really means is that out of 100%, 7% out of 100% of this 200,000, 7% of that is going to go to closing and anything as far as the commissions for the real estate agents who's going to sell this for us. Okay, so that's the 93% rule. So let's pull up. So on the 93% rule, 200,000 times that by 0.93, that is equal to $186,000. Okay. Now from $186,000, we're going to minus what it says on there, the rehab. Remember now the rehab was $50,000. So we're going to minus $50,000 from that. And here minus 50. What does that come down to? That comes down to $136,000. Okay. Then I minus our max allowable offer. So our max allowable offer was $100,000. Boom. So now with the max allowable offer at $100,000, right? So now we're at 136 minus $100,000, which is our MAO. Now that $36,000 is what? That $36,000 is your profit. See what I'm saying? Okay, now there's one more. I want to know if $36,000 falls within my 15 to 25% of the profit margin that I want to make. Okay, so now let's clear that. Now we're going to go back and see what the ARV is. The ARV is what? 200,000. And let's just say my profit margin at this one, right, was 15%. I times that by 0.15. So 200,000 times that by, what did I say? 15%? 0.15. That's $30,000. Am I within that profit margin? I say so because according to my sell, the 93% rule, I am going to end up making $36,000 as a profit. So I hope you guys all understand that part, right? And that is the formula that I use. If I went too fast, please go ahead and rewind this video and go back and see the example. I really do apologize on the very first one with the purchase where I totally skipped the rehab, but I corrected my mistake on that one and went back and corrected my mistake. So anyways, I really do hope that, let me clear that. I really do hope that what I have said today really helps you out. And if you guys have any questions, please go ahead and comment in the video down below. Let me know if I went too fast as far as explaining it. But what I like for you to do, if you really want to get more into detail as far as understanding it about the formulas that I use, go ahead and join my free VIP mentorship group, Government Issue Flippers. The link is in the description below. So look for the link in the description. Click on that link. Come on to into the platform that I'm using, which is School, SKOOL. And this is where like-minded service members are in there as far as learning more about what I've experienced, my knowledge, and everything else. And if they have any questions that they have, I'm more than welcome to do a video and go over it. This is where we do once a week of training, where we get together and go over any kind of deals and how to do things, do things just like this as far as analyzing it and also making offers. Again, if you want to join the free VIP mentorship group, which is called Government Issue Flippers, the link is below in the description. I want to thank you so much for allowing me to, share this knowledge that I have. And I want to thank you again for watching my video, and look for more content coming out here soon. I really appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Stay blessed. By the best. Peace.